And there we go again. Game number 2. Next.kz versus Virtus Pro. The guys from Kazakhstan took, surprisingly, they weren't the favorites of course, but they took game 1 very convincingly with the anti-mage laned in mid versus a Storm. Absolutely nice performance there, and the question is now, Virtus Pro, what are they coming up with to beat this? Anyway, we're the guys from Heflatv. I'm Heflatv, coming with me is Coucher. If you like what you see, what you hear, then follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube if you want to see the VODs later, or if you want to show these amazing games to your friends, of course. We go into the draft. Let's see what's coming out.
We already see I don't know if it's a respect ban of sorts, but Next.kz, they ban out a Storm Spirit straight up. That's not something you see every day. So they must go for something that doesn't want to get picked off by a Storm Spirit, by a long range ball lightning.
Yep,
but
definitely.
Other bans are quite common. Invoker by Next.kz, as well as Lycan, as well, together with the Ancient Apparition by Virtus Pro.
Yep, the Storm is uncommon. The other three, as you already said, they belong to the 6th hero first ban first pick list, so that makes space now for Nyx, Amber, what did I forget? Nyx, Amber,
Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, and Nature's Prophet. And it is the Amber who's gonna come out for next. And the question is it now Batrider and Nyx, or Batrider Furion? Something really common, or does Virtus Pro surprise us again with their draft?
Yeah, I think Batrider is probably going to be one of them, but it's going to be like maybe a Visage, Nyx Assassin, or Naga, but now they get a Doom with a Dazzle, so they want to go aggressive with the Dazzle heals, I guess. Plus, of course, the Doom is a really nice counter to the Ember Spirit.
Yep, Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit, like all the spirits are really vulnerable to Doom because like all their power comes out by casting spells, and Doom on you, no spells, no items whatsoever. And they also reserve the Dazzle, which could be quite some impact, because the Dazzle, if you have it against the Doom, he can save a lot of those people who are Doom, with the heals of course, and of course with the Shallow Crave, so you can outlast the duration of the Doom and come back into the fight even. So, but Virtus Pro reserves both of the heroes, and that's pretty nice, so Next.kz has to come up with an answer against this.
Yeah, at the moment, Virtus Pro looks really decent. They have a lot of room to actually work around with as far as their lanes go and what they want to go next. Next.kz, I mean, they already know one core who will either go towards the mid lane or be the focus of a tri-lane, maybe a dual lane, but safe lane farming nevertheless. So Next.kz, the Batrider is still available for them if they want it, but they go for the Centaur instead. And it worked out really well for them last game.
Yep, last game the Centaur got some nice really stomps off. Like in the first couple fights where the Enchantress and the Dazzle were doing the job pretty much, they were like, he was always, I had the feeling he was always late to those fights. I think the outcome of those fights could have been better if the Centaur Warner would have just skipped a couple CS and go into there, but he was really farm focused. But then later in the game he got like 5-man stomps, he got 2-man stomps, 2 and 3-man double edges. It was amazing play by the Centaur Warrunner, and Next.kz reserves this hero again for them, so it worked out once, why not twice? And the next bans are coming. We see the Batrider, so there's no initiation coming out from the Batrider on Virtus Pro's side, which is pretty good because Ember Spirit already has the Doom against him, and I don't want to see the Batrider on top of it, because that would be like worst case scenario. You get picked off by a Batrider, the Doom is following up, you have no chance to actually go away with your remnants to any other spot. And the Quap, Nature's Prophet and Naga getting banned out, so pushing potential, the Naga song is out, and I guess the Quap is banned out just for the sake of the Ember Spirit being laned mid on Mantis. Mantis gonna take that Ember Spirit in mid, I hope. And yeah, they just want to clear out everything that could be a potential enemy, so he can prevail in the lane.
This is really weird to see a Queen of Pain ban of all heroes. That hero is someone I haven't seen for ages, really. Used to be a really strong hero and, well, still is pretty much. But I guess maybe I don't even remember the name of the first spell.
What?
What?
Of which hero?
Quap. Queen of Pain.
Is it the poison? No, wait.
Well, some damage over time thing anyway.
Yeah, it is. I always call it like the poison, but yeah, you're right. Like I'm missing totally out on the spell name there.
Well, anyway, I mean, maybe it is annoying enough up against the Ember Spirit, especially early on, to slow him down, as well as when the Flame Guard is only level 1, it doesn't really absorb anything.
Yep.
So I guess the Queen of Pain could harass an Ember Spirit mid decently enough, but still banning it out, I don't know if it was a worthwhile ban. Virtus Pro though, they pick up a Shadow Shaman, so Serpent Wards incoming.
Yeah, Serpent Wards are up, and the Sand King is picked on Next.kz's side, so we're gonna see a double stun potential plus the change. This is like 2 stuns, 1 ensnare, and a lot of damage coming out by it as well. The question is, like, both of them have to farm a Blink Dagger. The question is, do they get it up in time, and then how much farm does the Sand King get? Does he get actually like stacking the jungle, rushing the dagger, rushing Arcanims, and then being really significant with the epicenter? Because if that Sand King gets farm, the Rasta, Dazzle, and Doom, they're in danger. Definitely in danger with a nice epicenter.
Yeah, this combination of the Centaur and Sand King, we have seen it quite a few times. Early on, the Sand King usually maybe even stacks up the jungle and farms that up with the Sandstorm for that earlier Blink Dagger, but Virtus Pro, they go for a Viper now. So magic resistance from the corrosive skin will definitely be of help in this matchup.
Yeah, it also helps to remove the Flame Guard of Ember Spirit, since it's all considered magical damage. So we have the poison by Viper, poison by Dazzle, the Ether Shock, and of course the Doom. So this is something that goes way beyond of what a Flame Guard by Ember Spirit can absorb. And of course the Viper being very tanky with the corrosive skin. But I mean, so far, I don't know if the Viper is a nice thing to go for. I really hope it works out, but it wasn't on my chart, at least, as a next pick for Virtus Pro. But they have a game plan, and I can just hope it works out this time.
Yeah, definitely. And the games we have seen the Viper in, the case usually was that he's just lacking that damage to actually kill anybody off. And Next.kz, they go for a Mirana, so Mirana doesn't have the highest right-click damage either. He's really reliant on hitting the arrow as well as the Starstorm, doing a decent amount of magic damage. But she has to go close for that. At least she does have the leap if the Viper uses the Viper Strike, so would be able to maybe get to safety.
Yep, definitely. And the Mirana is coming out, so I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about the Mirana because I didn't expect it. There is some gimmicks coming with her, as you already said, and everything, but does she get the farm? Because in the game before this matchup here, we saw Mirana who didn't get the farm, and that ended really badly. And yeah, before she is significant in right clicks, I don't know. She has really low HP pool. They have a lot of things to like catch her. There is a Doom, the Viper Strike, Dazzle Poison, the Hex, and the Shackles. So if she gets caught out, she will die pretty fast because she doesn't have any HP pool whatsoever, at least not anything that is significant enough to be mentioned. But in the meantime, we see the last 2 bans coming out, and I actually like the ban by Virtus Pro. The Shadow Fiend, the Bane with the Fiend's Grip, that way around. That is pretty interesting because I didn't see it coming for Next.kz. I would have turned those bans around. I think Next.kz would have been afraid of a Bane pick actually on Virtus Pro's side, just for the sake of catching the Mirana, catching the Ember Spirit with the Shadow, with the Fiend's Grip.
Oh, Virtus Pro finish it up with an Elder Titan now as well. God, I don't know. I mean, they're going kind of greedy with their picks, and I'm not too sure how well it will go for them when it come like mid-game time.
But I like it actually, because you have Disruption into Burrow Strike, into Stomp, into Arrow, into Chains. This is a perfect setup. Like, all of those heroes, they can synergize with each other, and simply for that reason I just like it. But it requires some snowballing, to be honest. They have to get it through, and this time they have to rely not on an anti-mage, they have to rely on an Ember, and then sooner or later a Mirana dishing out damage, and I don't know if that works up. Anyway, we go for a fast introduction of the teams. Illidan is on the Doom, this time heading towards the safe lane. We have NS on the Shadow Shaman, Jotum on the Dazzle, AA as in Ars Art is on the ET, and G is heading towards mid with the Viper.
And for Next.kz, what the fucker is up on the Ember Spirit, heading towards the safe lane at the moment, with Cherry up on the Sand King. Oh god, I was like, what am I reading here?
Cyrillic.
Yeah. And Mantis up on the Mirana with Stalkat playing the center War Runner, leaving Equal up on the Shadow Demon.
Yep, so we have an aggressive try coming out, and how is Virtus Pro laning this at the moment? Do we see this time dual laning coming out of Virtus Pro?
I'm not too sure.
No,
I
I think
wouldn't
no.
think
This
so.
is
Yeah.
this is try, because the Shadow Shaman is heading bottom again. So yeah, we're gonna see two try lanes clashing with each other, and we're gonna see the solo matchup. Mirana, no wait, it's oh actually what the fucker is on the Ember, and he's clashing with the ET, and we have the Mirana versus a Viper, and oh I'm really afraid of this mid, to be honest. I don't know if this works out. Let's talk fast about the wards. We have by Next coming out this wall, protecting the tri lane and giving vision to the bottom rune, and of course we have by Virtus Pro having this defensive ward coming out, giving vision to the rune as well as vision on the mid lane. And this is a dual mid, is it?
Yeah, I don't see any point to this lane, to be honest. Like, okay, Shadow Demon Mirana matchup or the combo, I totally understand that, but I don't think they're gonna actually be able to kill the Viper if the Viper goes for Corrosive Skin. And now Chotum rotates in as well, so in a dual versus dual lane in the mid, I think the Viper and Dazzle will actually have the advantage over the Shadow Demon.
And he's in trouble. The Centaur just getting barely away, and now the Dazzle rotated also in mid, as you already said. So we have dual mid, and the Centaur being really in trouble, to be honest. Now,
Yeah, he even wanted to go aggressive, but he didn't have level 2 anyway. Otherwise, with a hoof stomp, he actually might have tried it maybe.
yeah, the Shadow Shaman went quite low, but as I said, he was missing level 2. Now he has the hoof stomp, so it gets a bit different, but still. Eventually, I think he will fall to this combination. And mid, that's interesting.
If they go for a Chotum, the arrow actually hits for 5 seconds and they might get it. No, there's the Shallow Grave coming out. Mantis will keep chasing one more right click. The salve actually comes in. There's the leap as well. Another right click does get the first blood. G, the counter harass might get the kill as well. The poison attack, yes. He does kill Mirana in return.
But then again, Next.kz gets the first blood, so there is a slight advantage. They get the counter kill, of course. The Shadow Shaman is gonna be happy about it because he's level 3 now as well. And the Mirana is just level 2 because he missed out on a couple CS there. Now he's level 3, so it's sort of equal at mid, but as I said, Next.kz gets the first blood gold. This is the first little advantage they have.
It's always nice to grab that first blood. Unfortunately, G got the extra XP from that, so he is level 4, whereas Mantis is level 3. But it won't make that big of a difference as far as he gets last hits, which Mirana is only sitting on 3 last hits at the moment.
Yep, definitely not too optimal there, and G doing much better. He's 12 and 3 at the moment.
Like, Viper, how does he have such a big advantage? Hopefully Mirana will start catching up. Maybe they're gonna grab another kill on Chotum, but this time around Chotum is staying far back to make sure he doesn't get picked off.
She got 2 points in Nether Toxin, and that gives her so much right click advantage over the Mirana. I mean, Mirana, like she has like 53 base damage. It's like one of the lowest base damage on any agility hero out there. It's really horrible that she doesn't hit for anything in early level. And yeah, the Viper, of course, on anything that is low HP already, she has such an advantage. So yeah, this CS is definitely not a surprise at the moment, but Next.kz is kinda happy because 70 and 6, this is what the Ember has at the moment, and the ET only 3 and 0, so equally one-sided on the top lane, just like the mid is at the moment.
Yeah, and Chi now has a bottle as well, so can just spam out the poison attack, which does so much to the Mirana. Although Mirana has a bottle of her own, but isn't really using the mana, so doesn't want to zip up the bottle charges either.
Yeah, and he's gonna rush Aquila, as it seems, so there's no Phase Boots rush. It was bottle plus the Aquila. I don't know if it works out late. We have to really see. Sometimes Miranas, I don't know, especially if they're played mid, they have a chance of like snowballing a bit and then later getting some right click. But at the moment, it looks like G is gonna have this mid quite easily. 5
Yeah,
to 2
but
on
there's the
Mirana.
disruption. Sand King coming in from behind. There's the arrow as well, hitting on G. Do they have enough damage? Burrow Strike is there. It's only level 1, but with the Starstorm, they bring him low. The Shallow Grave is there, but he should go down nevertheless. He's trying to bottle up desperately, but Shadow Demon gets the kill.
Yep, pretty nice there. So that at least gives them somewhat of an advantage now. Like, I mean, the Viper being so high in CS, they had to stop her. And there's
This
a little
was-
forth and back between Waterfucker and the ET, but nothing really results in anything. Both of them can escape quite easily. But the center now getting a bit in trouble.
He might go down. A nice hoof stomp on 2 heroes actually, and he will be safe for the time being.
Yep, there was a nice attempt like of dodging it by Illidan. He knew the stomp will come out, but even if I don't think they would have killed him.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, Illidan has the pack leader's aura, so they do an extra right-click damage, but... Oh, there's the Hex actually, the Shackle as well. He should go down this time around.
Oh, and he
A
gets
few
the
more
crits.
right-clicks.
He gets
doesn't
the
even
necessary
get the
crits, but in mid they go again for the Mirana. Leap, level 1 leap is up, but I mean G also getting quite some damage there in the time.
Yeah, not bad. And top lane now with the Burrow Strike onto Arsart, and he will go down. Ember grabbing that kill. Just action on every lane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You never know where the next one is dying because like on all 3 lanes you have so much actions, the rotations forth and back. But as I said, mid I declared this mid won by G, and the Ember Spirit pretty much won now the lane as well over the ET on top, which was, I don't know, it's not too much of a surprise. It was expected, and I don't know. The only thing that doesn't really work out for Next.kz is the Centaur at the moment. The Doom Rasta combination is pretty lethal, and the Doom should be level 6 soon, yeah. Like, give him 1 more or 2 more creeps and he is level 6, and simply for that reason it's gonna get really dangerous. Some
Yeah.
right clicks and the Doom, and the Centaur will die again.
This Doom is having a really nice time. He is level 6 now, like you said, and just devouring up. Does he go for a Midas? Yes, he will go for a Midas as well. But in the meantime, the Sand King is farming up a quad stack with the Sandstorm.
Oh,
So we'll hit level
Mirana
5.
still in trouble.
Oh, the Leap already used the arrow, buying some time. G just tanking up the tower. But he won't go down, there's just not enough
Yeah.
damage coming out.
But still, like that was G not being level 6. If he was level 6, he would have just casted that ultimate on the Mirana and she would have been dead. So level 6, this would have been easily a kill, and we see it go again on, no, not on the center, but he already lost quite some HP.
Oh, there
Now
is
they
the
go-
Hex with the Doom actually. The other shock is there as well. He didn't go for the Shackle, but with the Scorched Earth, he's gonna be able to chase him down.
There is
Get that kill,
rotation.
but the TP comes in by equal, gets in, nice disruption, buying some time, and Illidan gonna go down in return.
Illidan really wanted that kill, make sure it doesn't get an interruption. So nice rotation there by the Shadow Demon, saving some time and getting the Illidan kill on top. I don't know if that was really worth it for Illidan, to be honest.
I think it definitely wasn't. He's wasting at least some Devour time, as well as equal being able to hit level 7 with that kill now. So
Yep.
he has the Demonic Purge for the next time he gets mana for it.
Yep, so this was really nice for the Shadow Demon there. He's also getting like the farm now since the Centaur is dead. And yeah, the Doom, I don't know. I mean, after all, it was a 1-for-1 trade and he got the experience before he died. So it was kind of okay-ish, but then again, you don't want to be dead. Then rather farm and get the deny on the Centaur.
Yeah, this was really greedy, but now Centaur is coming back, as is Cherry. He is level 5, so level 3 Burrow Strike. They used the Moonlight Shadow. Did it get spotted out? I think they saw Mirana using it. And yeah, Illidan is already backing off as well.
Yep, he is hiding, but they might find something if they rotate mid. The Moonlight Shadow ends, so... And now, yeah, now they saw it. Like, this ward spotted them out, so they blink on it, they know it's coming, but they want to go for it.
Yeah, they are going cheek, gonna get hoof stomped up. There's the Burrow Strike up onto NS, really go down. There's a nice Shallow Grave, together with the Shadow Wave, and Sand King gonna get counter killed, as will the Shadow Demon.
The Shadow
Oh god,
Demon
Stalkan can't escape either. He doesn't have a TP, he's trying to buy some time, hoof stomp, but goes down in the end.
The only good thing is Mirana sneaked the Shadow Shaman kill.
Oh,
and
what
that's
the
pretty
fuck are coming in as well? He did get doomed up, but he's just running away.
good. Yep. Did he have Flame Guard up? He actually has Flame Guard up, so it's all good for him. So, but still, it's a 3-for-1. Virtus Pro trading definitely better on this one. And yep, that kinda... I mean, they saw it, so they could just, you know, they were calling for it. Everybody was rotating in, and the Ember Spirit and the Mirana just too late to be of any significance in that fight. The only good thing is, I mean, the Rasta went down. Okay, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, this didn't work out almost at all for Next.kz. They went in really bravely, just thinking that, oh, okay, we're just gonna rape everything. But suddenly, 3 or 4 heroes in their face, and they just got wrecked.
Yep, and there's at the moment no action going on, so I think it's craft time. We have the XP almost at 0. It went forth and back so far, but let's see what we have with the gold. The gold is pretty much about the same. It has been already 3 times changing the sides up here, and at the moment it goes into Virtus.pro favor, obviously after the last fight. So, but this craft can turn around anytime. 1 tower down or 1 bad pick off whatsoever, and this craft is back to 0 or even going in favor of Next. So at the moment everything is in this game. 10 minutes in and everything could happen.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be quite a long game, unless something drastic happens now. Because both teams are at the moment farming, it's really even. Virtus.pro, they don't have like a super pushing lineup, so that even if they get the kills, they're not gonna get the racks anytime soon probably. And Next.kz, they're just gonna farm up on what the fuck as Ember Spirit, as well as the Mirana, and maybe bank towards the late game a little bit more even.
Yeah, and I'm already showing the net worth because like the CS were kinda equal, and at the moment people left their lane.
Oh, there's the Hex onto Mantis, but the Stampede used for him to escape, but Sand King comes in, nice Burrow Strike. Will there be an arrow as well? Yes, there will. Starstorm, oh nice Shackle onto Cherry actually, but there's the Demonic Purge onto Illidan. He uses the Doom on Cherry to maybe get the counter kill. Poison Touch by Chotum actually dropping down the Sand King. Nice Shallow Grave, shaving Shadow Shaman for a little while, but he goes down in the end. The chains onto Chotum as well by Watafaka. That should be the kill, and yes it is as well. The Elder Titan also rotating in, but he can't do much. He actually uses his ultimate, he might get Watafaka with it. Goes down to Cheese Viper before level 4 Nether
free.
Frost.
So the entire team is rotating in here, and yep, I don't know. Sand King sort of, I don't know why he didn't walk towards his team, so they maybe got the deny there. He was hiding in the trees, but like he was 100 HP in the Doom ticking on him. That was kinda pointless hiding there, but it was a 3 for 3, so kinda equal, but Virtus.pro is getting the tower on top of it.
Getting slowed down now. Viper doesn't follow it up. There's the Burrow Strike with the epicenter being charged up. G should go down here. He's gonna try to go for a counter kill, but doesn't get it.
They paid this dearly. They wanted to get the tower, but it was a nice cliff. The cliff was used when the tower was on like 30 HP. They got the tower deny and the Viper on top of it, so I mean, it's just a bit gold going Virtus.pro's way, and the tower is down, of course. But overall, I'd call this a success for Next.
Yeah, it was a really nice defense. And even though Illidan is farming like a madman, actually, they're gonna get the tier 1 on top. Oh, yeah, Equal doesn't get the deny. So Illidan actually has a lot of farm on the Doom.
Yeah, 6k now. And
He
they
needs to go for the right items, though.
They smoke up. But it's already been spotted out here by the Ember. They know the Doom is ready in any second, and he will go for it.
Watafaka is going in actually. The Doom gets activated, so Watafaka might be in trouble. There's a nice Demonic Purge with a Stampede also coming out to make sure Watafaka survives. And actually
He
the
has
Doom
to disrupt him. He has to disrupt him to... Well, actually, no, he will survive. Yep, he will survive. That was not enough, so pretty nice. Even though the Dazzle had the haste rune, he could have maybe tried to get him there, but yeah, he survived. Nice Demonic Purge.
Oh, Mantis might be in trouble now, mid lane. Jotun going in. But he doesn't even have the poison touch.
The Rastam actually might be in trouble, but no, there's no Burst Strike on the Sand King. Sand King being absolutely out of mana. He has to go back. There's no point for him staying here whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the one issue with rushing for the Blink Dagger, that you don't really have the mana pool to make a lot happen consecutively.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the Mirana has now PTs on agility, that's all good. Oh, there's the arrow. No, he can't do it. The creeps are still blocking the way, and now we have 4 people of Virtus.pro coming in, and there's even another one coming here with the Vipers, so they have to rotate, and they need the mana for it. Like, at the moment, the Shadow Demon being absolutely out of mana, starting to fight right now would be such a bad idea.
There's the Serpent Wars Hex up onto Sherry. Will there be a Shackle? No, it gets cancelled. Or no, he didn't even get it anyway.
So
but the
farm
Moonlight
up now
Shadows
those
came
wards? That's the question.
I don't think they can actually go under the tower. The arrow misses as well. Mantis now starts farming out the wards finally, but G coming in with the right clicks. There is the Astral Spirit as well, keeping them away. TP in by the Ember Spirit, but will he go down? He cancels the TP, thank God.
Yep, so this is a tower, but some wards went into Next.kz's way, so they got at least some farm off it. And in all that time, Ember is still farming, but he is, to be honest, his farm is not too effective. And now G rotated there as well. So I don't know, the Ember not finding too much farm. The Doom by nature, of course, is a better farmer, and he might actually find him. Oh wait, he goes back.
That's
gone for him.
unfortunate. On this bottom lane though, Stampede used for NS, there's the Burrow Strike, Epicenter being channeled, the Hoof Stomp as well. They're gonna get the kill.
Doesn't
on
get it
NS.
up. Look. Okay, I had to show one fight or the other. So in bottom lane, it was actually successful. On the top lane, the Ember Spirit with really swift reactions doesn't get doomed. Doom was about to channel it, but in the same time came the Remnant Rush, and yeah, he gets away. So they, overall, they get the tower. There's the cliff coming out, but the cliff doesn't help. It will go down either way. Mirana gets the last hit, and he's the one who needs it. Like Ember and Mirana, in comparison, quite underfarmed if you compare it to Virtus Pro, what the Viper has and what Doom has. So at the moment, the farm distribution among the teams is definitely better on Virtus Pro's side.
Yeah, Virtus Pro is looking really good to actually take almost any single fight that happens in the next 5 to 10 minutes, because Viper now has an Aghanim Scepter finished up, just being brought to him by the courier. There's a mech also finished on the Elder Titan, so they have much more effective HP now suddenly, because there's no mech coming out for Next.kz at all at the moment.
Yep, and this is really looking bad. I don't know. I still want more farm on that Mirana. We have to see more farm. I mean, at the moment there's a Plate of Electricity coming out, so Yasha coming pretty much soon, but still, she needs so much farm. And the Manta is, and the Manta is a good choice, but now it gets really dangerous as well. We have the Viper, which is, I don't know, which might be actually seen, and they pop, oh my god, they pop a Observer directly on top of a sentry. This Observer won't live for too long, but maybe they get a kill now on the Shadow Demon. He's hiding already in the jungle, but his tail is looking out, maybe he finds him.
They're gonna get something, because the Sand King as well as the Center Warrunner are just on the bottom lane. They finally see them as well. Arsart is gonna scout maybe with the Astral Spirit
Oh
here.
yeah, the Astral Spirit could actually ruin Shadow Demon's day there, but no, he's not scouting with it there. So this might
Mass
be tier
Serpent
2
was
for tier
deployed.
2. No, actually they don't have enough pushing power on the bottom lane.
Yeah, but this is definitely gonna be tier 2 on the top lane. Next.kz, they use the Glyph as well, but they're not coming into defense, so...
Yeah, but they're
Really
doing
nice
fine
of
as
them.
well. They got a tier 1 instead now in mid, and some damage on the other tier 2. So at the moment, at least they traded a tier 1 versus a tier 2 and some damage on the tier 2. And they, so far, they're not done with pushing. Now comes the rotation by the ET. And they go directly back as well.
Oh, but they're
No.
going. There's the Burrow Strike. Hoof Stomp with the double edge. Gets the kill. Stampede just to get them back to safety. And Waterfucker uses the Activate Fire Remnant to escape as well.
Oh, but yeah, now they have to go out. The Dazzle ultimate landed on 3, so they have to get out. And Doom so slow, even though he has the drums, but he has no dagger, no shadow plate. He can't really get up with the initiation. I mean, when is the last time we saw Doom? It's already like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes ago, and yeah, not really making a use out of this amazing ultimate, which is also now level 2. So we have to see more Dooms to make this work.
I think they're just waiting for the BKB to be finished on Illidan, which is only like 200 gold away, a little bit less.
And
So
there's
we'll
a
have it
haste run
rather
now
soon.
being found on the Mirana. That could actually be an opening if they get on the Doom.
Yes,
You get one?
Target is definitely going in for it.
Yep. Oh, he
The
finds him.
Hoof Stomp is there with the double edge as well. The arrow, will it hit? Yes, it will. That's a dead.
Bull's eye. That was a bull's eye arrow. Nice stomp there into arrow. Nothing he could have done, and this is 9 to 12 on the kill score. That's pretty nice. The only thing I wonder at the moment is, when does Next.kz go into the first Roshan? There is at the moment an observer coming out. I think Shadow Demon was well aware of this. He's now scouting with his I always forget this, Shadow Poison. Yeah, it was something with poison. And yeah, I don't know. They have to deward this, of course, before they do anything. But at the moment, no one has any sentry wards up, so yeah. But we're 19 minutes in, so there has to be a Roshan at some point, because they have to use the dire advantage they have.
Well, they don't really have a fast Roshing lineup, so I think it's gonna be quite a while until we see the first Rosh happening actually. They don't have a medallion or anything either to speed up the process, so they would have to tank it up for quite some time. And what the fuck, is he going for double Battle Fury or is he gonna get the Lincolns? The Stampede goes out though, Mantis might go down, nice, double man hoof stomp, but they're still just on the escape.
Yep. So they're just getting out again, or Doom getting, no. Illidan again, just short a couple units to interrupt the TP on the Shadow Demon, maybe crapping a kill. So again, just a nice standoff, a lot of cooldowns used, but nothing led into anything. And Doom just picked up a BKB, which is pretty interesting. Like, why does he need the BKB? Like, I think he needs a Blink Dagger. Because so far, every time Next.kz just gets away because they don't have a Doom initiation. So, oh, and they want to defend that tier 2. They see that Virtus.pro is pushing with 5 now, and yeah, they definitely want to defend this. They get the tier 1. Unfortunately, Ember does not get the last hit, but he has his Battle Fury done, so they can do significant damage here. This is gonna be huge.
Will they find Cherry as well? The Moonlight Shadows just got used, the Astral Spirit went through him, but they have no idea it actually did so, and they're dewarding now as well. Oh, the Viper Strike just got thrown out. It is only level 1. Still has the Ag on him, so 12 seconds. Oh, the Doom goes out on the Shadow Demon. Illidan BKB pop. Epicenter getting channel, coming in with it. The Burrow Technique doesn't do too much, but she's dropping really low the Shallow Grave, saving him for the time being. As the Earth Splitter came out together with the Echo Stop, and looks like she survived in the end.
Oh,
The Serpent Wars are killing off Stalcat. Will they have another stun or anything? Yes, Elder Titan, just a right click doing so much damage.
Okay, this was a really nice fight for Virtus.pro. Like, everything went there. Like, he even, I think he managed to dual block with the wards. There was just too much stuff coming out. And I was questioning the idea of having a BKB on the Doom as the first item, but it worked absolutely well out. He was tanking everything after that. He just went in, a Doom, and that's it. He took one out of the equation. They couldn't do anything. Even the Epicenter only hit the Viper.
Yeah, and having the BKB, Next.kz do have a lot of magic damage, and the Doombringer himself, having the pack leader's aura, it's quite crucial for them to actually have the Doombringer alive and giving it to his teammates. So the BKB just lets him be in the front, tank it up, as well as give the pack leader's aura to everybody.
Yep, definitely. And since there's no action at the moment, we have to look at the crafts. Like, Next.kz had a 4k XP advantage, but they gave it absolutely away with the last fight pretty much, and now it's almost closing 0. And the gold, that was Virtus.pro was in lead, gave a lot away, was close to 0, but now with the last fight again, 4,000 advantage for them. It will be a bit less now with the Roshan. It seems like they are not contesting it unless the ET might actually get like a really awesome stand here.
They only get Stalcat, but Illidan is still going in. He has the Doom. He gets Burrow Strike before the BKB. Stalcat with the Hoofstomp. The nice Shallow Grave comes out to buy some time for him to Doom. He does Doom the Sand King as well. Now running away himself. Archer chasing down Cherry. One more right click. They will finish up the job. And can they get them more? That's the question. The blink is up on NS. He goes in just as the Sleight of Fist comes out. He doesn't get the stun. Stalcat just blows up Illidan with a double edge. NS on the run as well. Right clicks from Mantis coming in, but Stalcat falls down as the Serpent Wars together with the Shackle. Can he leap out? No, leap on cooldown, and it does go down. 3 down.
2 for free at the moment, but the Ember has a Remnant there, and he TP'd back to base. We might see the Ember coming back in now.
G is gonna get equal as well. He's slowing him down. The Weave comes out. There's the Viper Strike. He's definitely gonna fall.
Yep, Shadow Phenom falls, but the Ember, as I said, he had the Remnant there. He wanted to go back, and the question is, does Virtus.pro go back now? Like, he might find the... Oh, he doesn't find the Viper. Question mark. Viper.
It's really unfortunate. And
they want to finish Roshan, but they don't know that G is around here. The Elder Titan is coming in. If he gets a proper stun, there's a Viper Strike coming out. They can definitely get at least the SK.
They're
Also,
gonna be
what the
too
fuck
late,
is
I
being
think.
so late. Yeah, not for the Roshan, but for whatever.
Oh,
comes
Cherry is
after.
so low actually, but Salcat comes in with a nice mech. They're buying some time, but there is the Burrow Strike. Epicenter being channeled as well. Arsart gonna go down, I think gets changed up. What the fuck comes in, the mech saves something, but Illidan now with the BKB doesn't have Doom, but the right clicks from G and Illidan. What the fuck gonna go down as well. Aegis just gets given away, and will they get the secondary kill? The Doom will come off cooldown in 1 second. He gets turned into a piglet, and what a
This
fight.
really hurts. They got Roshan, but they pay a lot for it. They pay a lot. They lost one team fight already. I don't know why Descent was going back there at least, and now he's in trouble as well. Oh god.
There's the Viper Strike, the Hex as well, by NS. Shackles
Yeah.
just for good measure, and
Make this a complete team vibe. So Virtus Pro and the Dazzle doing so much work. It's amazing how many times they saved him now. He saved them with the Shallow Grave and the heals coming out. Like Illidan, it's being on the edge there every single time. And now Virtus Pro says like, guys, we are snowballing. Let's go. Let's make this work. We get the last tier 2 and then we finish the game. And at the moment it really looks like they can.
NS has to get himself some arcane boots now. He's so low on mana, can't even use the Mass Serpent wards really.
And when it comes to buybacks, I mean, the Ember would have buyback, so they're actually going back. They're not really interested in the entire
They're
thing.
rotating from the bottom lane, just pushing that one out, as well as waiting for some mana for NS, I guess. Who just goes for a Vitality booster. I'm guessing Rod of Athos incoming later on, but so far a casual Vitality booster.
Well, it's Vitality. It always helps.
Yeah, I guess that's true enough. And
Yep.
G has his BKB finished now as well.
Yeah, but the fact still remains exactly what I said earlier. A Mirana, if you pick a Mirana, as like a farming Mirana, she needs fast farm. Maybe even go greedy with a Midas, because I mean, look at the Mirana. What? It's a bottle, a Yasha, and PTs. Okay, drums on top of it for a couple of HPs, but Viper is just chewing through her. Like, it's not even funny how fast she does that. Like, she's just no match. She does not have any right click. I mean, we're talking about a 26 minutes Mirana who has, okay, done something with the Starfall and the arrow, sure, but I mean, this is 121 right click. This is pretty much nothing, yeah. And they finish up the last tier 2 tower. Next.kz is trying to split push a bit, but I think we're looking at high ground pretty soon.
Yeah, they have the Mass Serpent wards off cooldown as well if they really want to go.
And they're
There's the double man hoofstomp by Stalkat. NS actually almost dropping down, but somehow still alive. Shallow Grave just in case, and G BKB pop kills off the Shadow Demon. Illidan on the chase as well. But the BKBs are now on cooldown. The tower almost going down.
Oh, Illidan being hit by a tower there.
Oh, Stalkat gets the hoofstomp on 3 heroes as well with the double edge on 2. He's gonna fall though. G just doing so much damage. Burrow Strike comes in, gets Illidan, maybe he's still alive. 15 HP as what the fuck. Echo Stomp shackled up by NS, and Dazzle
Another
gets the kill.
buyback.
Another hoofstomp. Stalkat brings down NS. There's the Burrow Strike epicenter that they were waiting for. It kills off 2 almost immediately, and what the fuck finishes it up with G about to fall. Arrow does hit. They're gonna get the team wipe.
What did we just see? A massacre. How many buybacks were there? But I mean,
It was
Virtus Pro-
Stalkat as well as what the fuck.
yeah, I mean, oh my god, what would he? I'm confused. So many kills, so much action. This was crazy. But still, there was Ember bought back, Mirana bought back, Centaur bought back, the ET bought back. Yeah, Shadow Demon didn't have mana for the buyback. I mean, everything was damn used this fight. And I mean, the tier 3 goes down. Virtus Pro gets team wipe, but Next.kz loses. What's this? 8 deaths? This was 8 deaths with the 3 buybacks. No, actually Ember survived that, so it's 7 deaths for Next.kz's side. What a confusing fight. So much action going on, but I still think Virtus Pro being ahead of here. Like, considering that all buybacks like almost used there, and they still managed to prevail and even get the second kill on some of the people that bought back. So they go again against no existing buybacks whatsoever, and it's all good for them, I think.
Yeah, they're definitely not doing bad. They're gonna get the next set of items rather soon. Arsart working towards the Pipe of Insight. Shiva's card finished up on Illidan. G, nothing new at the moment, but 2k in the bank. Jotunmon the Dazzle still just has a 4 staff now. And the Shaman, actually it is a casual vitality booster because he's now working towards a BKB as well with an overclub in the inventory.
Yep, and Moonlight Shadow is out, but if they actually engage now, this will be
Oh, Stalker
bad.
Hoofstomp onto NS Double H as well. What the fuck, might get the kill, and yes, they will. The Doom goes out, but the Stampede got used, and he should be safe. Illidan even popping the BKB, but there's the Viper Stack. They do have enough damage.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have buyback.
He was on the edge of the Shivas. Did you see that? Like the Shivas
Yeah.
just barely caught him, and exactly the Shiva slow made it possible for the Viper, especially with the Aghanim's range, to pop that Viper strike. The Aghanim's range, it is just crazy. I mean, look at this, guys. This is just amazing. She can cast like a huge circle. It's wow. It's just yeah. And with that slow, easy kill there on the Ember, and not really worth. I mean, you trade a Rasta for an Ember. That is like, I don't know. You might as well just farm creeps.
Yeah, this was definitely bad. At least it stops some pushing potential because there aren't any Mass Serpent wards. But they're still going for it, at least pushing it into the base and maybe waiting for the Rasta to come join them.
I mean, they could push because they know that Ember bought back last game. And simply for that reason, they can just go in. Like, who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna have the right click? The only thing that's like really significant is if they get like a multiple stomp and the epicenter channeling through without the BKBs online, that would actually hurt. But I don't know. I don't think they can really contest this. But then again, I mean, ET is missing. The Rasta is now walking, so if they wait much longer, the Ember will be back. Yeah, the Ember will be back by the time they engage. She's at 12 seconds respawning right now, so I don't know.
Ember has now the double Battle Fury as well, just bought the last piece before he died. But I can't say I'm really agreeing with that item pickup. I think a Crystallis going into a Daedalus would have been better.
Yeah, at least some dewarding is coming out now by, yeah, the gem on the thing. But still, the Viper, I don't know why the Viper...
Oh, the arrow, they get the Viper with the arrow actually. If they go in now, that's Stalker with the Hoof Stomp. A nice Echo Stomp coming out as well. Chi dropping really low, finally pops the BKB. Really go for the right clicks. NS is about to fall. Earth Splitter catches equal at least. 1 for 1 so far in the drop downs, but G goes in with a Blink Dagger. Buybacks once again are plenty. Mirana together with the Sanking buyback. Equal also uses the buyback, but range racks fall. They go with a nice two-man Burrow Strike by Cherry. G dropping really low. Starstorm is there as well. He will actually fall down, but Mirana falls together with the Viper. And Ars are trying to do a nice Echo Stomp. He wants to kill Cherry. He does kill Cherry. Going for the equal as well. Can they get what the fuck? He uses the Sleight of Fist. Now activate Fire Remnant, but goes down to the
And they
Astral
survive.
Spirit.
And there's no one who can come back. They can just kill. They even can get the gem. The ET has a slot free for the gem. They get the gem on top of that. They will region up. Yep, that's Rax. And they can't even continue. There's no one who can buy back on Next.kz's side. They just have to go for the tower here. I mean, they will lose quite a lot of HP, but it doesn't matter. Illidan not using his drums, to be honest. Like, this is a 5 charge drums, 32 minutes into the game. That's pretty interesting. But they know nobody can buy back. This is painful to see. Absolutely open base, and now there comes the cliff, but Dazzle is there to the rescue. He's giving mana, he's giving heal. And with this, we're gonna see a second set of racks pretty fast. Oh, like they go for the ranged instead of the melee. That's interesting to see.
Stalker comes in with the Stampede from behind, gets a Hoof Stomp, but BKB by Illidan is there before. Now he's slowed down by the Poison Touch. Gets the Force Death out actually, and Cherry getting shackled up equal, about to fall down as well.
This
With the level death.
this might
That's
be
the
the
second
GG right
set of
here.
racks, yeah. There's nothing they can do. 3 versus 5. What the fuck? Tries to go in, does some damage, but NS with a nice Hex as well as the Shackles now maybe on what the fuck. No, just the Doom and he runs away, but the racks are about to fall. Illidan comes in with the Shiva Scar G with the Viper Strike onto Mirana, and
That
that's
must
yet
be the
another
GG.
kill.
That must be the G. They chew on the racks here. They might even go for tier 4 towers. I mean, it's just the Ember and the Centaur.
They are gonna get NS, or are they? There's the Shallow Grave. What the fuck? Gets shackled up and gets taken
Yeah,
down.
there's the GG draw. Guys, we tried to hop in the PR game as soon as possible. Kachi, can you go there? And anyway, guys, we wrap this up. Very amazing game. They play 1-1, and yeah, Pretty amazing game. I don't even know what to say. Next.kz, they ruled in the first game, but in the second game, Virtus.pro comes back. It ends with 1-1. We're the guys from Heflatv. I'm Heflatv. With me is Coucher. If you like what you see, what you hear, then follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And the next game is, the lobby is probably up. We might miss the first game. I really hope we don't, but let's see.